Dear friends, it is a great opportunity today to talk to you about a wider availability of PCR educational modules. We will be talking about the complementarity of different PCR activities. My name is Dejan Milasinovic and I'm an interventional cardiologist from Serbia and also responsible for PCR webinars. I'm joined today by Salvatore Brugaletta, an interventional cardiologist from Spain, also editor-in-chief of PCR Online. Salvatore, welcome.
Thank you, Dejan.
PCR is more than just one course in Paris, Europe PCR. It's more than that. What are the components of PCR education?
So you are absolutely right. So PCR is going beyond a single course that you may have one per year. That from an educational point of view, so maybe not enough. So if you want to have a continuous education over the year. And that is the reason why we have different resources. So we don't have only courses, but we have also publication. So we have also PCR online with cases, etc. And of course, as you know, so we have PCR webinars.
So PCR webinars are actually an interesting component here because they serve to provide a global outreach for the topics that we would like to highlight. There are educational topics which are important and there is an evolution of interest in different topics. So PCR webinars can serve as a platform to highlight a particularly important subject and broadcast it globally. We receive several thousands of views, so several thousand people get exposed to the kind of education that we can deliver with PCR webinars. So in terms of how it complements the in-person courses, it's basically getting the messages, getting the important pieces of education from the in-person courses and exposing those to the wider world. But that's PCR webinars. You said there is PCR online, there are publications and other things. How do they work together? How are they complementary?
Yeah, the right word I would say that is complementarity and also continuity, let's say. So PCR online works as a sort of backbone, so resources where you can find everything. So you can have resources from PCR courses, as you say, webinars, cases either by our peers or cases coming from the courses. So PCR online is a sort of box, so where you can find all these resources at once.
When you say courses, it doesn't mean Europe, it means the whole world. There are PCR courses in Asia, there are PCR events on other continents. So I think that this complementarity is visible on in-person congresses as well, because they're regionally distributed and you can enjoy an in-person PCR experience even if you're not in Europe, but somewhere else. In addition, the digital components like PCR online or the webinars can provide a really huge outreach, tens of thousands of people getting exposed to the high-value education. So that is how I think that these pieces of education work together.
Absolutely.
To find out more, join us at PCR Online.